Breaking news, friends. The Trump administration is revoking visas for Chinese students. In a press release that was issued tonight, Secretary Marco Rubio says that under Trump's leadership, the Department of State as well as the Department of Homeland Security will work together to aggressively revoke visas for Chinese students, including those with connections to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in critical fields. This comes just days after Hong Kong said they will welcome top talent from the United States who are being pushed out of Harvard University. Now, today, we have this press release. But students, of course, over the last several weeks have been fighting in court and winning in court against these unfair visa revocations.
If you come to this country as a student, we expect you to go to class and study and get a degree. If you come here to vandalize a library, take over a campus and do things, we're going to get rid of these people. And we're going to continue to do it. So when we identify lunatics like these, we take away their student visa. No one's entitled to a student visa. The press covers student visas like there's some sort of birthright. No, a student visa is like me inviting you into my home. If you come into my home and put all kinds of crap on my couch, I'm going to kick you out of my house.
There's this incredible, almost magnetic pull that the idea of studying in the United States holds for so many people around the world. It's a narrative woven into the global consciousness, a story of opportunity and innovation. For the aspiring scientist, it's the promise of state-of-the-art labs. For the artist, it's the allure of vibrant cultural hubs. For the entrepreneur, it's the ecosystem of Silicon Valley. This isn't just about getting an education, it's about gaining access to the forefront of human knowledge. It's a chance to learn from top experts, to contribute to projects that could change the world, and to earn a degree that carries weight in every corner of the globe. It's more than just attending classes or earning a degree, it's a profound, life-altering transformation. It's about immersing yourself in a new culture, one that often encourages you to question everything. You learn to navigate a different pace of life and new social cues. It's about challenging your own perspectives, not just in the classroom but in late-night conversations with roommates from backgrounds you've only read about. You find yourself explaining your traditions, and in doing so, understanding them more deeply. You are building a future that might look vastly different from the one you once imagined, a future with a global network and a horizon that has expanded far beyond your home country's borders. But this journey is a massive undertaking, a bureaucratic marathon filled with paperwork and anxiety. There's the I-20 form from your university, the detailed DS-160 application, and the mountain of financial proof. Then comes the visa interview, a brief, high-stakes encounter where you have minutes to prove your intent to return home, even as you pour all your resources into leaving. It's a process fueled by hope, but shadowed by the fear of denial. This dream is built on courage. It represents a significant investment of time, money, and emotional energy, not just from you, but from your entire family. They are your cheerleaders and your emotional bedrock, investing their own hopes in your success. For so many, that dream becomes a reality. You get the acceptance letter. You secure the F1 visa, a precious stamp in your passport that feels like a key to another world. The relief is immense. You board a plane, leaving behind everything familiar for the promise of something new and exciting. You arrive and begin to build a new life. You find your favorite study spot, join a club, and start to feel a sense of belonging. You are not just a student, you are a cultural ambassador, a bridge between your home and your new community. In every classroom discussion, you offer a perspective that enriches the dialogue for your American peers, a vital part of the university's fabric. You're finally hitting your stride. The initial culture shock has faded, replaced by a comfortable routine. The future feels bright and stable. And that's when the ground shifts. It doesn't happen with a formal announcement. It starts as a whisper, a rumor in a WhatsApp group, a link to a news article with a terrifying headline. On a campus TV, you see breaking news about sudden visa revocations or new restrictive interpretations of immigration law. The language is cold and confusing, but the implication is terrifyingly clear. The dream you worked so hard to build is suddenly under threat. So when news breaks that threatens to shatter that dream, anxiety and fear wash over the international student community. Frantic calls are made home, trying to sound calm while your world is spinning. The very foundation of your legal right to be here feels like it's about to shatter. In early August 2025, the U.S. Department of State made a startling announcement. It sent shockwaves through international students, educators, and immigration advocates worldwide. The department confirmed it had revoked approximately 6,000 F1 student visas. This wasn't a slow, gradual process, nor was it a series of individual, unrelated cases. It was a large-scale, coordinated action that happened relatively quickly. The timing, right before the fall semester, made the situation critical. Imagine students who had already paid their tuition, signed leases for apartments, even booked flights to the United States. Then imagine discovering the document permitting your entry and study was no longer valid. According to official statements, this action came after a large-scale investigation into a network the government calls fraudulent educational institutions, often called visa mills. These organizations present themselves as legitimate schools, but exist primarily to help people obtain student visas without providing real education. Reports indicate a significant majority were from India, and to a lesser extent, China. Not the big-name universities, but smaller private institutions, vocational programs. Families back home have often made enormous financial sacrifices, taking out substantial loans, selling property, investing life savings. The absolute number one non-negotiable rule is that you must be a full-time student. This is the core condition of your F1 status. For undergraduates, this generally means at least 12 credit hours per semester. For graduate students, it's typically 9. Dropping below this course load without prior authorization from your DSO is a serious violation. Limited exceptions exist for a medical issue or your final semester, but these are never automatic. You must get official, advance approval from your DSO before changing your enrollment. Your DSO, or designated school official, is your most important ally. They are your official link to the government's CVIS database. Keep your DSO informed of changes to your address, academic program, and graduation date. But their role is broader. Think of them as your primary resource for any immigration-related question. Are you thinking of dropping a class or planning to travel internationally? Talk to your DSO first. They are trained professionals there to help you navigate the rules. In your first academic year, you are generally not allowed to work off-campus at all. The U.S. government is very strict about this. On-campus employment is usually permitted but limited to 20 hours per week while school is in session. Be warned, unauthorized work is a severe violation that can jeopardize your entire academic stay. Future work authorizations like CPT or OPT are possible later, but they are not automatic and require a separate application through your DSO. It's vital to understand your key documents. Your visa is for travel, but your I-20 and I-94 prove lawful status inside the U.S. Your I-20, issued by your school, must always be valid. Your I-94 is your official arrival record. After every entry, check it online to confirm it says F1 and DS for duration of status. This means you can stay as long as you maintain your status, even if the visa stamp in your passport expires while you're here. Because these documents are so important, become a meticulous record keeper. Create a secure folder for both physical and digital copies of your passport, F1 visa, every I-20 you're ever issued, your I-94 records and transcripts. This personal archive is the official story of your compliance and will be invaluable for future applications. A simple system, like a binder and a cloud backup, can save you from major headaches. Finally, be proactive. Set a reminder twice a year to do a quick self-check. Is your I-20 still valid? Is your passport valid for at least 6 months into the future? Are you enrolled full-time? Is your address on file with the university correct? This simple habit transforms anxiety into action. If you spot an issue, you have time to contact your DSO and resolve it. This puts you firmly in control. The email arrives without warning, a few cold, bureaucratic lines that turn your world upside down. Finding out your visa has been revoked is terrifying. In that moment, it can feel like the future you've worked so hard to build is collapsing. Your first instinct might be to panic, to frantically search for answers online, or to retreat in fear. But the single most important thing to do is to pause and breathe. This is a moment for clarity, not chaos. Your immediate next step, before doing anything else, is to contact an experienced immigration attorney who specializes in consular matters and student visas. An attorney is more than just a legal representative. They are your translator and your advocate in a complex and often intimidating system. They will work to understand the specific and sometimes undisclosed reason for the revocation. This may involve filing a Freedom of Information Act request to get the government's full record on your case. They can then meticulously assess your options, which could range from reapplying for the visa with a detailed explanation, to requesting a waiver, or challenging the decision through appropriate channels. Crucially, they will handle all communication with government agencies on your behalf, ensuring every correspondence is precise, professional, and strategically sound. This frees you to focus on your well-being and your studies. In a crisis, accurate information is your anchor. Rely only on official primary sources. This means the U.S. Department of State's website, travel.state.gov, and the Department of Homeland Security's portal, studyinthestates.dhs.gov. Your university's International Student Office is another vital, trusted resource. They are your on-campus experts. For legal counsel, use the American Immigration Lawyers Association's official search tool at ILA.org to find a qualified, vetted attorney. These sources provide the facts, free from speculation and rumor. Be incredibly cautious about advice from unofficial online sources. While student forums and social media groups can provide moral support from peers who understand your situation, they are often filled with dangerous misinformation. Immigration law is intensely personal and case-specific. A strategy that worked for one person could be disastrous for another, as their circumstances, consular post, and visa history are entirely different. Well-meaning friends might offer suggestions based on anecdotes, but this is not a situation for guesswork. Following bad advice can have irreversible consequences. Remember the immense strength and resilience it took to get here. The late nights studying, the complex application process, the courage to move across the world. This setback does not erase that. Your journey is defined by your response to adversity, not by the obstacles themselves. That same strength will carry you through this challenge. Focus on what you can control: your health, your academic commitments, and your proactive response with your legal team. This is a test of your resolve, and you have already proven you have it in abundance. You bring immense and irreplaceable value to your campus, your research lab, and your community. Your perspective enriches the academic dialogue and the cultural fabric of the institution. Do not lose sight of the dream that brought you here. This is a difficult chapter, but it is not the end of your story. Seeking help is a sign of strength. By taking strategic, informed action, you are taking back control of your narrative. You are the author, and the most important chapters are still waiting to be written.